Okay, and we should be live. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome back to Sorin's Journey. A little bit later again to stream, as again just me getting a little distracted. But, yeah, welcome back. Last week we no, it wasn't last week we started Stormblood, well, it was last week we started Stormblood. Last stream, well, we kinda lost. Zenos finally made his appearance, and yeah, Sorin got, for want of a better word, wrecked. With the resistance demoralized, Alphinaud suggested could always turn to Doma. Zenos is technically in charge of both provinces, so if both are at war, he's kind of forced to have his attention divided a little bit. Of course, arranging travel to Doma has been taking a wee while. There have been some delays getting these not pirates to cooperate. These privateers. Oh, hey Mooney, yep. In time for doing the samurai quests. So, yeah, during that time, Sorin's decided to, take up the blade. Garleans can't use magic, so everything Zenos did was just purely his own skill and strength. If Sorin's going to fight them, he's going to need to be able to do the same. And I have... Now... I was distracted enough over the last couple of days that I haven't been able to get Sorin quite to level 60, but I think he's close enough that the XP rewards from the quests should be enough to push him over that little barrier. Let's see what Master Musasai's first goal for us is. Oh, Sorin, it is good to see you again, and stronger for your tireless training. Now then, within the sand-blasted walls of this city, we have identified an evil that wants for excising. An unscrupulous moneylender who preys upon the poor. This I learned by playing a certain businessman with coin. Apparently, the crook in question has been doing his rounds at Stone's Throw. He charges exorbitant rates on the meagerest sums, and those unable to return it in full are forced into slavery. This is no man, but a leech that feeds off the least fortunate among us. Such evil cannot be suffered. Let us head to the shanty town, Storm's Blow, and speak with the denizens. Storm's Blow? Oh, Stone's Throw. Right. Make sure I've got my link pearl just in case Tatara gets back to me about our transport. But I guess a voyage halfway around the world wouldn't be something easy to organize. Alright. So, just ask around about a moneylender. Dark Knight, just without a little bit less edge. Excuse me, sir. I'm looking around for... I heard tale of a moneylender coming about here. Sure, I can tell you about the moneylender. I was played for a fool myself. I've only got myself to blame. Fool me once, shame on me. That's just how it works here. Well... thanks for your time, sir. Didn't really tell me anything, but... Ala Mhigo, you okay? God, that Wyman! How dare he charge me for information? Don't think Sorin actually knows Wyman, because he's... I can't remember if you talked to him through the main story quest. Oh yeah, no, I think you spoke to him during at the beginning of the Hildebrand stuff a little bit. Excuse me, sir. I'm just looking to ask about a moneylender I hear has been making the rounds around here. That moneylender bastard! He's a swindler is what he is. Pretends he's your best friend, acting like he cares. When you can't call up the coin, he shows his true colours. Thanks for your time, sir. I'll keep an eye out. Not hearing much that's informative, but, well, he's definitely been making the rounds. Excuse me, sir. I just have some questions about a moneylender I hear has been in the area. I was stupid enough to get a loan, and now I'm working it off till fall knows when. And I'm one of the luckier ones. My heart goes out to the lass yonder who's about to be sold on account of the medicine she brought her sick father. That's... Well... He's definitely not a kindly soul, we know that much. Master Musasai? It seems I was too kind earlier. This man is no leech. He is the stain that night's soil leaves behind. Let us seek out this downtrodden damsel who sought only to do right by her father. I shall find Ala Mhigo and join you presently. Yes, sir. Oh. Excuse me, ma'am. I heard you've had some trouble with a moneylender recently. Aye, you heard right. Dan needed medicine badly, so we borrowed a handful of coins. But before we knew it, a handful became a chestful, and now I'm having to work to pay it back. But the interest goes faster than I can work, and the moneylender's threatening to sell me off to a client. If that happens, no one will be left to look after Da. I don't know what to do no more. Her own happiness is on the line, but she still worries for her father. Oh, this moneylender has it coming to him. Mr. Phelps, don't sell me, please. I'll work harder. I swear, just don't take me away. My dad, he needs looking after. Is that supposed to move me? If anything, you should be thankful. I'm offering you a chance to earn money without any effort. You need only lie on your back. Now come quietly. Hold it right there, villain. If you try to take the girl away, you'll have to answer to these samurai here. Oh, right, yeah. That's my job. I know not who you are, but this is a legitimate business transaction, and certainly none of your concern. However, if you insist on threatening my person, I'll not hesitate to summon the brass blades. Pray forgive us our indiscretion, my lord. As you say, it is none of our concern. Sorin, put up your katana. Yes, sir. What are you doing, Musasai? Or should I say not doing? I thought the idea was to punish evil. Now is not the time to draw steel. Doing so would only have worsened the situation. We must be patient and await the right moment. Besides, I suspect there is more to the operation than Philip alone. If we give him a line, he will surely lead us to his accomplices. Come, let us follow him. Oh, right. I suppose if he's just a moneylender, then taking him out, dealing with him now would just leave the actual traders up. I feel I'm kind of like a samurai and dragoon are kind of both even for me. I suppose I get samurai in some ways feels a little simpler to me, like a bit more straightforward to understand. With dragoon, I'm still struggling to find the sweet spot for the rotations for like when you're like damage over time and damage buff ones drop off. It appears our man is meeting someone. Speak of the devil. So, wait, those are... Even with the rags, it's plain she's a beauty, yes? I trust you'll serve to stay in your good graces. Oh, you've outdone yourself this time. Yes, she'll serve very well indeed. You may continue to conduct your business freely. She's been used to private brass blade, and a commanding officer at that. God damn that scoundrel! Now we know why this villain was able to operate in plain sight, unmolested by the law. Sorin, the time has come to draw steel. Right. I'll admit, I don't feel too bad about cutting down brass blades. Not after the banquet. If they're taking slaves in return for bribes, all the more reason. Right. Giving up? Don't hurt me! I surrender! Philippe? Mommy! Of course. Well, yeah, of course the commander's just going to go back and, you know, cheer on his troops and not actually do any fighting. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's not a problem, ma'am. I think we can deal with these two. You did well, but remember, a katana is not to be drawn blindly. Within its sheath you must let it rest, steeping in power, until the time is ripe to strike. Such is the way of the samurai. More brass blades? What have you done, Momozigo? Musa's like, wait, he's my friend, and he's here to help. He is not the enemy? Oh, not at all, good sir. Long story short, we've been trying to find decisive evidence linking the moneylender Philippe to one of our officers. And thanks to your timely intervention, we've done just that. His involvement in this racket is a stain upon our honour, which is admittedly far from squeaky clean. But note that there are many honest brass blades still, good men and women who strive to serve the public trust. If you hadn't appeared, God knows where I might have ended up. I don't know how to thank you. Think nothing of it. The work is its own reward. Now, hurry back to your dad and put his mind at ease. Oh, pray allow me to thank you also. With your help, we succeeded in catching slippery crooks who had long eluded us. Rest assured we shall see to the rest. By your leave. That's one case cleared up. For a moment I thought you had given us up to the enemy. The next time I would thank you to share your plans. Have a little faith, will you? Thanks to my spontaneity, we managed to wrap this up in a neat little package. For Philippa, he and I go back a long way. Fellows as honest as they come. I do not doubt it. Now then, our work here is done. One fewer evil afflicts the realm. Let us move on, to wherever the wind should blow. Master? And the wind blows, 'twould seem, to the sea. Momozigo, pray take the lead. Right, this way, friends. We're going to Limsa Laminsa. Literally as the wind blows? I guess that's one way to choose to travel the realm. Back to Limsa it is then. Oh, hello, drums. Excuse me? Alright. I can assume Momozigo would probably take him to the Adventurers Guild. That's where they were waiting out last time, and yep. Looks like they're here. Everything okay? Ah, I do love the sea. There's something cleansing about it. And I don't mean just taking a dunk. Marshal Musasai? Such a vibrant port city, brimming with people of all races and creeds. Mayhap one day Hingashi too will learn to open its arms to the world. Now then, as before, Ala Mhigo and I shall seek out evil and injustice in this place. Pray use the time to further hone your skills in our art, that you might stand ready to contend with whatever villainy should manifest. Right. I think I'm ready, sir. Sorin, your katana has come to sit well at your hip. 'Tis plain your experience excising evil has matured you as a samurai. I have had an eventful time in this salt-kissed city. In the course of seeking evil, I came under suspicion of the local peacekeepers, the Mellow Packets. I believe it's Yellow Jackets, sir. The Commodore was probably not be impressed at being called... Never mind. A serial killer has been terrorizing these parts, 'twould seem, whose weapon of choice is an uncommonly sharp blade, one not unlike ours, and so I found myself confronted and questioned. Thanks to Ala Mhigo's testimony, however, the pall of suspicion was quickly lifted. Not only that, but we were even permitted to examine the victim's wounds. There can be no doubt they were inflicted by a katana. The killer may well be a samurai, yet a true samurai does not take life without just cause. Murder is heinous in its own right. Committing it with our noble weapon compounds the crime. Such evil cannot be suffered. So there you have it. We're going after a serial killer. I must say, I'm morbidly excited. Right, well, let's begin by talking to people in Hawker's Alley. Right. Killer in Limsa. I feel a little bad that I'm not surprised. But I guess that's our job. One less. Excuse me, sir. I'm just looking into these rumors and all I've heard about a serial killer, in the area. Recent murders, gruesome business that. It seems no one's safe neither. Why, even a traveller got himself sliced up, the unlucky sod. What sort of sick bastards do a thing like that? Just random travellers, then, seems to be indiscriminate. That's probably hard to track down. Hello, sir. Have you happened to hear anything about the recent murders? A killer makes Kukurn dead. Makes Kukurn afraid. Oh, afraidfully afraid. Kukurn shake. Shake awake all night. Urgh. Right. Killed. So not just... I think that even leans more into this that's indiscriminate. Just random travelers. Kukurn. Serial killings. Oh, don't get me started. We all of us here have been on edge. One of the victims was a regular of mine. Navigator rest his soul. I pray that the culprit is caught soon. No common threads among the victims so far. Though I suppose if there was, the Yellow Jackets would have picked up on it. Everything alright here? I can't say I blame the Yellow Jackets for marking us out. I mean, every inn with Mr. screams, "Look at me!" It does stand out a little. I don't think any more than most other adventurers. I wasn't able to find too much out. A patron, a traveller, and a quick earn. The victims do not seem to have anything in common. However, the circumstances of their deaths are strikingly similar. They all vanished in the vicinity of the docks before later turning up as corpses. Excuse me? The killer, it seems to me, targets those who happen to pass along the landing. It's completely random then. What a frightening thought. But now that we know this, what do we do next? We set a trap. Lure the killer out by walking around the area in question in the black of night. When he emerges from the shadows, we apprehend him. Ah, a solid plan. So, who's the lucky one who gets to be bait? But, wait, what? Why me? Well, maybe. He's less likely to go after someone who's obviously a warrior, is my guess. Though the victims have naught in common, it must be noted that none of them were armed. In other words, the killer preyed on the defenseless. With our katana at our hips, Sorin and I shan't make enticing bait. Conversely, were we to forgo our weapons, we would be ill-equipped to subdue the villain. And so it falls to you. Take heart, my friend. Both of us shall be close on hand, ready to pounce ere you may come to harm. Now then, let us go to the docks. I do feel kind of bad for Mama Zigo, but I think Master Moose's Eye is right that didn't know that little hint, that little bit as well about all the victims having been unarmed. It is time. Let us set the trap. Oh, that's... Oh. Ah! It's him! Oh. That blade. Oh, Master Moose's Eye? We're not giving chase, are we? By the kami, Momozigo, that scream was loud enough to wake the dead. Small wonder the villain fled with such haste. It wasn't intentional. What's done is done. Besides, our mission was not entirely without fruit. The killer's blade. It is known to me. Some while ago, a wealthy merchant of this land came to Kugane. Sorry about that. A port of Hingashi. The man had a fetish for blades, and proceeded to buy up the finest he could find. I chanced to inspect the wares at one of the many swordsmiths this merchant visited, and noted a unique katana marked for delivery to his ship. The self-same katana the killer wields. Furthermore, according to the shopkeeper, the merchant was a Lothabel. A wealthy fellow merchant, you say? Well, in this area there's Gekuruju, whom I once entertained with a dance troupe, but for all his vices, he didn't strike me as a serial-killing sort. Be that as it may, it is our sole lead for now. Where do we find this man? At his resort in Costa del Sol, most like, but I'm doubtful he's the one we're after. No, excuse me, sorry about that. I haven't spoken much with Master Gekuruju, except for my time with working with the Company of Heroes, but during that time he didn't, I have to agree with Momozigo, he didn't quite seem like the murder people sort. He didn't seem to be much in caring about swords either. Sir? Who dares disturb my slumber? Oh, if it isn't a resourceful and supremely forgiving adventurer. I see you've brought company today, and of the Far Eastern persuasion besides. How very exotic. But come, what is it you wish of me? Just to ask a few questions about these murders going on now, sir. Truly now, yours truly, a suspect in the serial killings. But of course it is a mistake, and no mistake about it. However, I do have an inkling as to who the culprit might be. Borlumi, he is your man. He made his fortune in trade and indulges in extreme excesses, which, coming from me, is saying something. But most relevant to your investigation is the fact that he is obsessed with all things Far Eastern, and owns an extensive collection of katana. Why, just the other day at a social gathering, he was bragging on about one such weapon as though it was his firstborn. When he said that he wanted to feel what it's like to cut a man down, we all had a good chuckle, assuming he was speaking in jest. And the man always did strike me as touched, but to think he would actually go and do the deed. To kill simply to satisfy his own twisted urges. This is no man, but a fiend in man's skin. Master Gegaruju, we are wrong to suspect you and humbly beg your forgiveness. Will you tell us where to find this depraved creature? Oh, on a ship, where he lives. It's at anchor nearby for now, but I should warn you that he recently mentioned wanting a change of scenery. A ship? It's going to be tough to sneak aboard, but if we miss this chance, who knows when there'll be another. Ho ho ho! Thank your lucky stars, for it just so happens I've received an invitation from Groomy Brolumi to attend a banquet aboard his, and I quote, vessel of myriad pleasures. You may have it. A small token of my remorse to you, my dear adventurer. Show it to the man's retainer at the pier, and you will be shown to his ship. And you, showmaster, I will lend you my garb. Disguised as yours truly, none shall raise an eyebrow were you to have bodyguards in your company. And with that, I bid you success. Groomy Brolumi is a troublesome business rival, and I shan't shed a tear at his demise. Right. We are grateful. Without further ado then, let us assume our roles and head to the pier. Why do I have a terrible feeling about this? Must Gegaruji still feel bad about, the whole... not... like, having me do the errands for... the whole... well, banquet thing? Didn't mind that too much, really. But if it helps us out here, I guess nothing to complain about. A breathtaking view. It reminds me of the Ruby Sea. Of home. Ho ho ho! There's a fine day for a banquet aboard a ship. A fine day indeed. Was that convincing? Let's hope so. Master Gegaruju and Company, you do us great honour. The invitation, if I may. Of course. All appears in order. Thank you kindly. If you would care to step aboard, we shall cast off presently. I wonder how authentic this all is. Is this what I'll be seeing when I'm over there in Doma? I suppose this is maybe more Hingan than... Your dedication to your passion is beyond impressive, my lord. Would that we all had your fine taste. Come now, we've scarcely scratched the surface. Save some wonderment for my prized katana. Ah, Master Gegaruju, always a pleasure. I say, are those samurai I see beside you? A commendable first effort, my lord, but they pale in comparison to my katana collection. You would flaunt the blade you used to cut down innocents, twisted fiend. Your reign of terror ends here. Oh, we're dropping this immediately? You are not Gekaruju, are you? And yet I would swear we've met. Damn right we've met. I'm the would-be prey who screamed his lungs out. Ah, yes, from the other night. Ah, you see, 'tis well and good to admire a blade upon a stand, but its true place is in one's hand. This I discovered to my sheerest ecstasy. The law is too good for the likes of you. You shall face the self-same end you visited upon innocence. Not only do you sneak uninvited into a private gathering, you make violent threats against an upstanding citizen. It seems I have no choice but to summon the guards. Now, let us step above and pray, put on a good show. I have a reputation as a host to uphold. Right. Well, at least we know he's got nowhere to run. Not on a ship. Ostirgren, Koi! Time to work your keep. Another samurai? That hat looks a little mismatched, but... That is no way to hold a katana. You are no true samurai. Bah, like there's a difference. Samurai's just a swordsman who fights with a katana. This champion gladiator's gonna show you how it's done. You heard that, Sorin? The difference is lost on this man. We must free him from his ignorance. Right. Hold it. I've a mind to savour this. We shall save you for last. Let us swarm the deck with an opening act. They're like Lady Ugiri's guys. Shinobi. For now, we enjoyed a spectacle. I too shall observe. You alone are more than enough for these false shinobi. Right, if you say so, sir. How about him? Curious day! Right, just another part of training. For these guys, this is maybe better. More of them. How many of them does he have? And cut. That seems to be the last of them. You're tough, I'll give you that. But how will you fare against my pet? Feeding time, my pretty. That's a new one. And more shinobi as well. Oh. Right. Oh. If Master Musasai can teach me that, then... I think... Right. Dealt with. If I could learn to fight like that against Zenos. Master Musasai? Right. Just me then. Ow, this is not going as well as I'd hoped. Ow! That's... Oh, can't move. And one last... The banquet's over indeed. Right. You can't go far, there's not many places to run on a ship like this. Excuse me. That is as far as you go. Who are you? I am Musasai, and beside me is my pupil, Sorin. We seek out the wicked and exact justice upon them. Musasai? The legendary swordsman whose tales I heard in Kugane. Small wonder my guards didn't stand a chance. But even legends bleed, and with my transcendent katana I am more than a match for you. Come, this blade shall drink deep of your lifeblood. Unrepentant fiend, you belong not in Gal but in hell. Say your prayers to whatever kami you keep. Right. That was for the best, right? You needn't befoul your blade with scum such as this. We've accomplished our goal of excising evil, and for that I am glad. But this outing leaves much to be desired for your training. For you see, a samurai learns best when he faces a fellow samurai of equal skill. Alas, they are hard to come by in this land, and a pretender such as that whom you faced is no substitute. Whew, we did it! Pats on the back for everyone, especially me. Now, what's this about you being a legend back at home? 'Tis ancient history. Whatever I may have been in the past, now I am but as you see me. An old man, long past his prime. Oh, Master Giguruji? Well done, my friends. You have rid us of a depraved monster. This was a brutal end, but it was no more than he deserved. Justice well served indeed. Rest assured, this mess will be cleaned up. As they say, what happens in Del Sol stays in Del Sol. We are in your debt, my lord. Our work here is done. One fewer evil afflicts... Master? Musosai, are you alright? Worry not, I shall be fine. My endurance is not as it once was, is all. Come, my friends, let us move on, to wherever the wind should blow. And the wind blows, 'twould seem, to the forest. Momozigo, pray lead on. The forest? You mean Gridania? Oh dear. I mean, of course. Right this way. Everything all right there, Momozigo? Guess I should head over there and see how things are going. And I'll guess they'll be at the Adventurers Guild again. Right. A nation at one with the forest. Simply being here is salve for the soul. Yet even amidst such seeming serenity, untold wickedness may lurk. Until such time as we find it, pray continue applying yourself to our art. Right then, I'll go about making inquiries at once. Momozigo, okay. Sorin, by the strength of your aura, you have clearly kept at your training. And in discharging the duty of a samurai in 2 cities now, you are slowly but surely becoming one in sooth. I hope that our time here will afford you further opportunity to grow. By the way, have you not seen Momozigo? He hasn't returned since he left us earlier. I worry that he has fallen prey to evil in the course of seeking it out. We should search for him. Let us split up and ask the locals. Surely one of them has seen our friend. Right. I suppose Lalfell aren't as particularly common here as they are in Ulda, or... I had it Lalfell, and he's a showmaster, you say? I recall the face of every adventurer has passed my post, but I've not seen anyone fitting that description. Sorry, I couldn't be of help. Oh, not a problem at all, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. Sorry to interrupt, but you haven't seen a Lalfell here. Green clothes, hat. A Lalfell. The fellow dozing off Diver is the only one I've seen, I'm afraid. Now, is there aught else I might assist with? Helping you achieve greater intimacy with the elementals, perhaps? I'm okay, sir. I need to find this guy. Excuse me, ma'am. You haven't seen a Lalfell come by? Green clothes, hat. Forgive me my bluntness, but you are not here for an opportunity for profit? Oh, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. Yes, I did see a Lalfell, much like you described. He was in the process of being taken away to the Adder's Nest, though I know not the circumstance. Wait, the Adder's Nest? Master Musosai, there might be a issue here. Taken away by the authorities, you say? There must be an explanation. Come, we must go to the addled mess at once. Right. What was Momozigo doing that got him tangled up with the Grand Company? Commander? Why yes, as a matter of fact, we did apprehend a Lalfell showmaster by the name of Momozigo. He was wanted here in Gridania for embezzlement. It was no large amount of coin to be sure, but a crime is a crime, and so we took him into custody on sight. However, that custody didn't last long, for the fellow up and fled when our backs were turned. He was last seen headed into the North Shroud, towards Proud Creek, Ixel-held territory. We're presently deliberating whether to dispatch a search party, but in light of the risks, I fear that none will be forthcoming. If this Ala Mhigo is your friend, perhaps you might consider searching for him yourselves. This bodes ill. Come, Sorin. We must find Ala Mhigo before he falls foul of these icky souls. Right. With any luck, the Ixal he's found himself with are the Ectal 9, though I suppose even there you don't seem particularly fond of outsiders. Just keep an eye out for anything, really. There's a lot of dangerous creatures you have to get past. Still no sign. Don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh! Ala Mhigo! And Ala Mhigo, you okay? Ala Mhigo. It's not safe out here. Like, really not safe. Hilarious, isn't it? Here I am on a heroic quest to punish criminals with you, but all this time I was a criminal myself. I was organising a concert at the amphitheatre, you see, but the songstress bailed at the last minute. At that time I had a huge debt hanging over my head and no way of paying it off. So I ran off with the money I'd collected from advance ticket sales. I knew it was wrong, but I did it anyway. I know better than the crooks we've gone after. Will you punish me like you punished them? To betray the people's trust and steal from them is a despicable act. Such evil cannot be suffered. Master Musasai? I'm... Oh. That's... There. The evil in you is excised. You have committed a crime, 'tis true, but so too have you dedicated yourself to fighting it. From this moment forth do you swear to be a changed man, and fight always for justice. I swear! I'll never do bad things ever again. I may not be able to wield a katana, but I'll fight with you nonetheless. You've not spent all of your recent earnings, I trust. You would do well to return the money you took and beg forgiveness. If you apologize from the heart, I see no reason why the Aggrieved would not forgive you for your transgressions. So go and make amends, and let us continue our quest. We cannot well succeed without you. But, thank you, Musasai. Sorin, I'll go and repay the money and apologize this instant. If Ala Mhigo aspires to evil, he has much more work to do. As it stands, he has reformed himself, and will make no more mischief. With that, our work here is done. One fewer evil afflicts... Master? Are you sure you're doing okay? That little jaunt through the forest should tax me so. There is no overcoming old age. Yet here I am, come to the other side of the world in the twilight of my years. I journeyed here to find a worthy new pupil, and find him I did. But if truth be told, I have one more objective. That is, to track down and punish a fugitive from Hingashi, a disgraced samurai known as Kogarashi. Mark my words, his is the face of true evil, and it is my solemn charge to strike him down. I had the chance to do so before, but I failed. His strength far surpasses my own. I could not defeat him. Forgive me, I should not burden you with this. Pray dismiss it as but the hollow ramblings of an old man. Come, let us return to the city. Yes, sir. Is that the reason he was looking for a pupil? All is forgiven, and all it took was a bit of money. I can come and go through Godani as I please again. All debts are settled then. That is well. Let us move on, to wherever the wind should blow. And the wind blows, 'twould seem, to snow-capped mountains. Momozigo, pray lead us there. Right, this way, friends. We're going to Ishgard. Ishgard. That's... feels like it's been a wee while since I've been there. And no Adventurers Guild here, but I suppose... the Forgotten Knight is probably the closest place. Oh. Momozigo? Oh, it's so cold. But the way the tavern goes look outside is even colder. Master Musasai? Such a breathtaking snowscape. Though each of the land's regions may not change much with the seasons, collectively they are no less colourful than Hingashi. Now then, Momozigo and I will set to tracking down injustice in this city. In the meantime, my pupil, pray see to it that your sword arm remains warm in this frosty clime. Ah, Sorin. Your aura does not lie, you've grown stronger still. Since embarking upon our journey, you have made remarkable progress. Ere long you'll be a fully fledged samurai. But on to our mission. As we scoured the snow-swept stones and pillars of the city for evil, Momozigo came upon a disturbing rumour. It's just awful, Sorin. A staged tragedy played out in real life. A young couple threw themselves off a cliff in the Western Highlands. And as I hear it, the two are sweethearts from low-born families, but the girl had the ill luck of being fancied by a young nobleman. This Honfreden tried to force them apart, and he hounded them so badly that they decided to end it. 2 innocent lives lost, and why? Because some lordling had to think of his member. He must be punished, I tell you. Heart-rending as this rumour is, rumours are no basis for punishment. We must ascertain the truth of the matter. Let us begin by making inquiries of the couple in the bloom. Right. This does feel a bit different to the other ones, though. Oh. It appears that in this nation a man's fate is decided not by his worth, but his birth. Would that I could say it was not so in Hingashi. I guess there's a hierarchy over there as well. From what I can gather, they're not overly fond of outsiders either. Hello, sir. Of course I heard about the poor buggers. Our luck went out when Humphrey took a fancy to the girl. He's a greedy bastard, just like his father, Lord Yudrancho, and the Fury forbid you get in the way of what he wants. Excuse me, ma'am. Just asking some questions about some rumours I've heard. Folk are saying suicide, but I ain't convinced. You both of them well, I did. They're not the sort to just give up on life, let alone each other. I was thinking this was a bit different, because even if the guy's a bit of an asshole, it's... was their choice to die, but if it's not suicide, then this might be going deeper. The young couple would hurl himself off a cliff. A right tragedy, no doubt. But it seems odd they'd go all the way to the Western Highlands to do it. No shortage of places to fall off from around here. That is... I don't like saying it's a point, but that's a point. Ishgard's not exactly lacking for ledges. So a cloud of suspicion hangs over the suicide. It bears further investigation. But first things first. Mama's ego has vanished yet again. Again, sir? Oh, wait. Let's talk it over. Help me! Mama's ego. He's in trouble. Come, Sorin. Right. Sounds like trouble. Master Musasai? This button is from Momozigo's garment, but he is nowhere to be seen. This bodes ill. No. Sir? That little fella, was he your friend? He was asking me about the suicides when some men bundled him up and carried him off. I hope he'll be alright. I'm thinking this is... It seems plain that there are those who take unkindly to our investigation. The time for caution is past. Let us confront this Onifrond himself. He was recently sighted near the Fast Fiddle on the level above. The Fast Fiddle? The Fast Fiddle, Last Vigil? I'll hope that's the case. Humphrey. Onifrond. He is threatening to jump. Sir? Go away! Let me die in peace! If you wish to throw your life away, we will not stop you. But first, answer me something and clear your conscience. Our companion was seized by unknown men while investigating the recent suicides. It seems there is more to the incident than rumors would have us believe. Tell us, What truly happened? I tried to break them apart, and that much is true, but they didn't kill themselves. I brought her to the manor late one night, and she learned things she wasn't supposed to know. Learned how my father was dealing illicitly in ferrite. I implored father to overlook it, tried to convince him that she wouldn't talk, but he refused to listen. He ordered them taken to the Western Highlands, and they were... Oh, gods. I loved her. I truly did. As for your friend, I fear they mean to silence him, too, at the Black Iron Bridge, like they did the others. We thank you for your honesty, and shall bother you no more, but know this. You are still young. You have all the time in the world to begin anew, to make amends, unlike this tired old man. We haven't a moment to waste. The Slack Iron Bridge, Sorin. Right. Sir? Do reconsider. Right. Let's hope we're not too late. That looks like Mama's ego. Hold on. And EI. Mama's ego? Gods, that was close. I thought I was a dead Lalafell. Forgive me my delay. The deep snow makes you work for every step. So you are a heartless cur who stole 2 innocent young lives. It is over. Surrender yourself. Like hell's it's over. Mistake me not for one of those useless mercenaries. Not a shred of remorse, lowlier than a mindless beast. Such evil cannot be suffered. Our work here is... Musasai! I've not come this far to fall here. Worry not, my friends. 'Twas but a dizzy spell. Now then, I believe we visited all the major cities of Heir's Ear. Momozigo, you have been a fine guide and companion both. I am grateful for your help. All that remains is to find Kogarashi and deliver unto him his reckoning. Sorin, in the course of righting wrongs across the land, you have become a great samurai, one whose skills rival even those of Kogarashi. There is little left for me to teach you. I thank the Kami for blessing me with such a fine pupil. Come, my friends, let us return to the city and find a place to warm ourselves. Alright, I'm getting a little worried about Master Musasai. He's definitely pushing himself. I wonder if I can ask Momo's ego to maybe look in specifically to rumors of this Kogarashi. Momo's ego? Sorin, thank to God you're here. It's Musasai. He collapsed again as soon as we entered the gates. He's resting at the inn right now, but the chirurgeon... He said that the old man is ill. Gravely ill. He hasn't got long left. It's a wonder he could even draw his katana. All this time he's been pushing on by sheer force of will, punishing evildoers across the land, even saving my hide. What is it that drives him on? Why does he go to such lengths to find this Kogarashi character? The old man won't breathe a word on the matter, but there must be some reason. If only we knew, we could finish his duty in his stead. For now, there's naught to do but watch over him. I'll see to that, so you needn't worry. If there's a change, he'll be the very first to know. Oh, and there we go. Perfectly timed level up. Oh, Sorin, we have a situation. Musasai has disappeared from his inn room. He's in no shape to be up and about. I left without even taking his medicine. Weakened though he is, though he can't have gone far. I'd wager he's somewhere in the city still. Let's split up and look for him. I'll focus on the broom, and you St. Valérand's forum. Right. I do hope he's okay. I can't see any sign of him here, though. Well, down by the Aphrodite Plaza? He hasn't shown much penchant for traveling by teleport, though. No, I can't see anything here. Oh, Master Musasai. At last we're alone. Good, good. The remedies of this land aren't to my liking, I'm afraid. Fortunately, I brought with me potent draughts from the Far East that restore one's vigor for a time. And while its effects last, there is work I would do. As I explained to you earlier, I came to XIV for two purposes. The first was to find and train a worthy pupil. The second was to find and punish the fugitive Kogarashi. However, I had yet to tell you of his crime. Kogarashi's crime was to create a killer. His pupil went on a killing spree, cutting down numerous Hingan dignitaries, one after the other. In my land, the masters held accountable for the deeds of the pupil, and Kogarashi's hands were deemed no less bloody than the murderers. For his punishment, he was ordered to commit seppuku, atonement by ritual suicide. But desiring to live, Kogarashi forsook his honor and fled here, to XIV. That he should thrive in spite of all the deaths he has caused is an affront to the very spirit of the samurai. It is unforgivable, and he cannot go unpunished. But try as I might to render justice, as is my duty, I could not defeat him. Countless times I tried, but always I faltered. But you, Sorin, you have grown tremendously since you first began walking our path. Strong as you have become, I am confident that you can face Kogarashi on equal standing. This is your final trial. Find Kogarashi, defeat him, and your training as a samurai shall be complete. Yes, sir. Kogarashi makes his heir in the western highlands of Kurzaros, at a place called Twin Fools. Let us set off, but as you make your way, remember, 'tis a loathsome wretch who you go to face, who places his life before honour. Such evil cannot be suffered. Right. Off to... I'm guessing he means Twin Pools. Hopefully we can resolve this before... before it's too late, I guess. From what Momazika was saying, and from how Master Musosai seems to be, I can't imagine he's got long left. Right. Master Musosai? Is this the place? Here we are, Sorin. Are you ready to deliver unto Kogarashi his reckoning? As you say, sir. Such evil cannot be suffered. Then you would do well to strike me down. I am Kogarashi. Sir? Kogarashi. I wore this name once upon a time, as I wore this Jingasa. Together with my pupil, I journeyed the length from bread to Fengashi, hunting down evildoers. But my guidance was lacking, and ere long my pupil strayed from the path, and the rest of the tale you already know. I failed to prevent his murderous rampage, but instead of taking responsibility, I took flight. Instead of honourable death, I chose dishonourable life. Countless times I turned a blade upon myself, but always my courage faltered, and so I have lived to this day with my disgrace. Furthermore, I deceived you. I masqueraded as a protector of the peace, a paragon of virtue, when I am anything but. I spoke loftily of rendering punishment unto the wicked, when the one most deserving of it was me. Master Musosai? My punishment is long overdue. Render it unto me, Sorin, and your training shall be complete. Sir, I don't think I can... 'Tis not your master who stands before you, but a great evil. Now come! Come and take my head, else I shall take yours. Sir... Unlike before, this is no game. It ends only when one of us lies dead. Does it really have to come to this? I know I can't afford to die here. You might... Master Musosai? Not now. Not Dwellness. I'm not finished yet. Sir? Please. Fight, Sorin. Fight or you will die. That's... I feel I'm only just barely holding on. Sir? Please, we can... How strong you have grown, my pupil. Your training shall soon be complete. I'm glad. Now, for my greatest test. Sir? The technique for which I earned my name. Drawing upon my blade's power, I shall call forth violent winds. Show me the fruit of your training and weather it. Right. I've seen attacks like this before. If I can cut apart the aether he's drawing on. Ow! We are come to an end. I shall bring my all to bear, and so shall you. Hold nothing back. Do you hear me? I shouldn't be thinking of this at a time like this, but this might actually be what I need. If I could fight like this, I could defeat Zenos. Ow! Missed that one. Ow. This battle is closer than I'm feeling comfortable with. Oh. Sir? Master Musosai? Sir? Sir? Are you okay? Well done, my pupil. You've fulfilled your duty. Sir, The soul crystal. The final technique. You've drawn it forth. Good. Good. I have served my purpose. Now, end it. Give this villain his just punishment. Sir, I'll do as you taught. Sorin! Oh, gods, what have you done? Peace, Mhigo. It was my doing, and no more than I deserve. Right. No, stop! For the love of the 12, that's enough! It's done. Excised the evil in me, have you? Absolved me of my crimes. Just like you taught me, sir. Sorin, you have become a greater samurai than even I dared to hope. Living in shame and coming to this land. It was all worth it. The evil in me is no more. Now I may know peace in the realm yonder. No, Musasai, please don't die. You can't. My time was nigh. Better did it end this way. Sorin, Mhigo. Every moment of our journey, I cherished. Thank you, sir. For everything. Our work here is done. One fewer evil afflicts the realm. Thank you, old man, for everything. We'll go on one last journey together, to the promised place. Musasai bade me bury him here, where he could look upon the western seas. I didn't know why at first, but now I think I do. He wanted to watch the setting sun, watch it begin its return journey to the east, to Hingashi. No doubt he wished that he could do the same. That's a good view. He missed his homeland dearly, and at last the thought of his errant pupil weighed on his mind. Well, I suppose we should be going. Let's leave Musasai to rest and head back to Ul'dah. A bit of loading. While we're on the road, the old man told me something. That before he died, he wanted to leave behind a pupil into whom he has poured all of himself. I don't think he could have found a better person. And as his final pupil, I get the sense that he's entrusted his legacy to you, Sorin. So I hope that you'll keep on protecting the peace as Musasai once did, seeking out the wicked and bringing them to account. Remember always, such evil cannot be suffered. Meditate. So I think actually now is probably the best place to start the Stormblood ones as well, actually, and we've got a bit of time, so... Oh, I almost forgot to mention. A woman had come calling on Musasai at the inn. Judging by her appearance, she's a compatriot and a samurai. At that time, I couldn't bring myself to break the news to her, but in hindsight, perhaps it's best that it came from you anyway, seeing as you were Musasai's pupil. The visitor is in front of the quicksand. You'll recognize her by her dignified air. Right. Someone come to visit him? That's hard news to break to someone who's travelled all this way just to... ma'am? You appear to be a samurai, yet you are not of our land. May I ask who addresses me? Sorin Sherwood, ma'am. Well, that you should be Master Musasai's pupil. Tell me, where might I find him? About that, ma'am. Is that the way of it? Words cannot well express my sorrow. I had the honour of being acquainted with your master in the past. Permit me to introduce myself. I am Makoto of the Seki Seigumi. Ours is the peacekeeping force of Kugane, a port city in Hingashi. Pleasure to meet you, ma'am. I journeyed across the seas in hoping to meet with Master Musasai, but it seems I must settle for paying my respects. Might I trouble you to show me to his resting place? The Silver Bazaar, you call it. Yes, ma'am. I'm in your debt. Let us away, then. Right. It's not the kind of news I wanted to have to share so early. I think maybe he'd be happy to know that there's... Even if he was as dishonoured as he said, that there's still people willing to travel all this way to meet him. Miss Makoto? Must the wildlife still been a little problematic? Oh, don't use meditate. Well. That went badly. Oh, I suppose that is a point, though. I am level 60 now. I should probably maybe update... Because I think I'm still using... no, I think I am actually... Most of my gear is better than the base samurai gear. But... Here. While I was leveling, I did put the effort into making sure I had the Shire armor. So how about I try that one again, and just pretend that didn't happen. Yeah, go. It's all a random mix of Heavensward dungeon items. You know, I didn't get particularly lucky with drops when I was leveling Sorin. Let's see if this works any better this time. Right. I wonder, is there a reason she's not fighting herself? She's wielding a sword for a reason, I can only assume. Ma'am? There's no mistake in your blade work. Indeed, Master Musasai trained you. Forgive me for standing idle as you thought, but I had to make certain that you spoke the truth. Master Musasai seldom took on pupils, you see, but any doubt I may have harboured has been utterly dispelled. Now then, let us continue on. Oh, right, a test. I suppose. If she's confident enough just by watching me fight, like... I guess that must speak to Master Musasai's skill himself. A beautiful ocean view. You'll surely be at peace here. As you may know, Master Musasai had one of her pupil before you. Ugetsu is his name, and he is wanted in Hingashi for the murder of countless dignitaries in the Bakufu, our nation's government. Though his weren't the hands that wielded the blade, Master Musasai created the killer, and in the eyes of the law he was deemed no less responsible. As a samurai, he was expected to commit seppuku in order to atone for the crime, but he refused. As a result, he was branded a craven in Hingashi. But naught could be further from the truth. Master Musasai fled not because he feared death. This I knew in my heart. And beholding your blade work, I know now what it was he sought to do. He wished to make amends by training a new pupil. Such was the shame he felt. Death was not sufficient atonement. Nay, the only way he might know peace was to begin anew, with a worthy successor who would bring him honor. Noda Ugetsu is no common killer. He is a notorious insurgent who seeks to tear down the status quo. No few samurai sympathize with his cause, and every day more rally to his banner. For a time he remained in hiding, but our operatives report that he has recently resurfaced in Kugane. By all indications he is poised to strike a heavy blow against the Bakufu. It was for no other purpose but to petition Master Musasai's aid that I journeyed here. Alas, it was not to be. As I came, so too must I return. Alone. My thanks for showing me here. Brief though it was an honor to meet you. The honor's mine, ma'am. safe journeys. I guess I should let Ala Mhigo know what that was about. There's trouble in Kugane, though. I wonder if that has any reason to do with why there's been delays getting the ship organized. Right. Ala Mhigo? I think I found the one you were talking about. Oh. You took her to see Musasai. Doubtless he was happy to have a visitor, and one from his homeland besides. So the wayward pupil is up to no good again. It's certainly worrying, but there isn't much outsiders like us can do. We can only hope that Makoto and her comrades will triumph over the Sugets. I'll let you return to your business, but pay me a visit from time to time, you hear? It's lonely without the old man about. So it's not till 63, the next quest? Okay, yep. Okay, well, let's finish up. A little bit of time left on stream, but I don't think there's much else to do. So starting on next Wednesday, I'll be back into the MSQ. Yep. Get our ship to Kugane and continue on Stormblood. But otherwise, I'll be on tomorrow with Amnesia. It won't be the final Amnesia stream, but I'm thinking it will be. I'm thinking the next stream following that will be the final one. But otherwise, thanks for stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed a little bit, and I'll see you in the next stream. Until then, have a great evening and good night.